Hi viewers, welcome to Joshua Talks. So in this video we are going to discuss about the DML commands of SQL. DML, which is nothing but data manipulation language commands. Okay, so here we are going to manipulate the data which has been stored in our tables, right? So we shall see how we are going to use these DML commands and what are these DML commands. So how to execute these DML commands in our MySQL console. Okay, so now let us see what are the different commands we have as part of our DML. So the command here is, the first command is insert into command, which is nothing but it is used to insert new data into our databases. So in order to work with the data in our database, or in order to work with the data in the table, first of all we need to have some data. So for that reason we have to insert new data into our table, right? So for that reason we are going to use the insert into command. And the next one is delete command. The delete command enables us to delete the content if you have wrongly inserted some information, or if you have wrongly typed some information, or if you don't require any information at that moment of time, you can simply delete the data from your tables in the database. And the third command is update command, which is nothing but if you wanted to update your data, let us say in a table in a single row you have entered all the column values correctly, but in the last column you have entered a wrong entry. So for that purpose, at that moment of time you can use the update command and you can update the entries in the tables. Okay, the last command is select command, which is very much useful. So in order to visualize the data, or in order to see the data, or in order to retrieve the data from your database tables, the only command you have is to select the command. Okay, select the data or retrieve the data is select command only. So by using the select command you can retrieve whatever information you wanted to. The select command has lot of uses and you can use the select command in different ways. So in the further discussions we will be discussing more about the select command. So first of all, now we are going to discuss about the insert into command. So we have already created a table called sailors here. Okay, and now we are seeing the description of the table sailors here, that is field type, null, key, default and extra. I have already explained about what all these mean in the previous video. So please see the previous video if you are not aware of what all these are. Okay, so now we are going to see how we are going to insert data into the given table. Okay, so now the command is insert into, what is the table name? Sailors, and then values. Insert into table name values, open bracket. What is SID? Let us say you take an SID called 22 and now you wanted to take the S name as some Dustin, right? So as this is a character value, in SQL you have to enclose the characters in single quotes. Okay, if you do not enclose them in single quotes, it will return an error. And let us say you take some rating as 7 and the fourth attribute is age, some 45.0. I am closing the bracket and then ending with this semicolon and press enter. So simply it is showing query OK, one row has been affected. So to see whether this row has been inserted or not, simply use a query called select star from, what is the table name? Sailors, right? Semicolon, press enter. Okay, so now we have got that a new row has been inserted with SID as 22, S name Dustin, rating 7 and age 45, right? If I again try to insert the values here, see, if you press the up arrow key and down arrow key, whatever commands you have used in this particular session, they will be appearing here. So no need to enter them again and again. So here if I wanted to insert another person called Sailor with SID as 23, and now I am going to give some Kumar. Okay, going to give some Kumar and some rating is 8 and the same age is 45. So I press on enter. So what it has given? It has given me an error called 1054, unknown column Kumar in the field list. See, in this field list the Kumar is actually of which type? Varchar type, but I have not included single quotes here. For that reason it is throwing me an error. So if I am going to give this in a single quote, okay, then it is going me to allow the insertion of this particular row. Simply press enter. The query is okay, that is one row has been affected. So now I will see what are the rows in my table. Okay, so this is how we have got 2 rows in this particular table. So this is one way of inserting the data into the table, that is the first way is insert into table name values. There is also other way to insert the data into our table. Now let us see the second way of inserting the data into the table. So what if you wanted to insert only SID and SNAME, but you do not have any rating value and age value at the time of these sailors entering into our company. Okay, so now I just wanted to enter only SID and SNAME of that particular sailor. So what I will do, this is the second way how we are going to insert the data into your table. Insert into, what is our table name? The same, sailors. So now you have to specify explicitly the type of attributes, not the type means the name of the attributes which you wanted to enter here. That is, you wanted to enter only SID and then you wanted to enter only SNAME, right? And then you have to give the values. And now what are the values of SID now? Let us say 24, comma, I am going to take some, let us say Joshua. Okay, so now I am typing semicolon, press enter. So simply now again the query is okay, one row has been affected. Now we will see the total how many rows are there in sailors. So now see here we have got the third row with SID as 24. Here we have inserted this one and SNAME as Joshua, and see you have observed here the rating values and age values of the third row are null. See, as I have told you in the previous video, if you are not entering any value to any of the attributes, the default value you will be getting in that attribute is null. That is the reason why you are having this one as default. It means if in the SID field, if you do not enter any value, by default it will be inserting what? Null value. Null value specifies that at that moment of time you do not know that value, or a value is not appropriate at that moment of time. So here we have inserted only SID and SNAME, but we did not insert any rating and age values, right? So for that reason we have got rating value as null for this SID 24 and age value also null for this SID 24. So what if you wanted to insert multiple rows at a time? That is, if you wanted to insert a single row, we have used this one, right? So what if you wanted to insert multiple rows at a time into the table? So simply write down this one, where you can use see, insert into table name. Let us say this is SID comma SNAME. Say I am using the first method. Okay, insert into table name values. Let us say some 25. Okay, and now another one is some Nitin. Okay, and the next one is rating is some 9, and let us say age is some 20. Okay, so if you wanted to insert multiple values, simply write down the values in the another bracket which is differentiated with a comma. So see here, I am going to insert the second row also here. At a time I wanted to insert 2 rows here. Again I am going to give SID as some 26 and now some value as Chandu, and the next one is, let us say some 8, and let us say the age is some 36. Okay, so simply I am going to press enter now. So when I am going to press enter now, query, okay, 2 rows are affected. So total how many records have been entered here? 2. There are no duplicates and there are no warnings. So we shall see the table of what kind of information is stored in this table. See here. So now at a time we have inserted 25 Nitin and 26 Chandu. See, we have got 25 Nitin and 26 Chandu here. So if you wanted to insert the rows, multiple number of rows, you can enter them within a single statement without entering the insert query as many number of times. That is, if you wanted to enter 10 rows, there is no need to use insert command 10 times. You can simply use the insert command one time here and simply specify the value separated by the commas. Okay, so this is how we are going to work with the insert command. So in the next video we will be discussing about the delete command, update command and select command. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe Joshua Talks, because sharing is caring.